Discrimination. In the male world, in a male-dominated world, it is still a double standard. And my question to you is, coming up as a female driver, you and I talked about this briefly in St. Petersburg, but the whole macho thing, when you have to deal with that, let's say in Latin America versus America, what have you had to overcome in this country with, men, we're able to, and I'll admit it, I mean, when I drove, I had lots of ladies that, I used to be young, and I had lots of ladies to have fun with and enjoy. It's got to be different for you. I mean, there must be some pressure that you put on yourself that keeps that from getting in your way.
Yes, it came naturally. In Brazil, it was really hard for me in the beginning. That's a macho country, and the boys would never accept losing for a girl. But here in America, I felt such a different environment. I don't know if the drivers were used to race against women, what was going on, but it was so much easy. But with our great season last year, I just felt that we gained a lot of respect from the other drivers and from other teams as well. So it was very good. So right now I just feel like a driver in this environment in IndyCar, and of course they don't like to lose for me. I'm sure of that, but it's different. It's different from Brazil, I think.
Well, race car drivers don't like to lose to anyone.
Yeah.
It's just that the men, of course, don't want to lose anything to women.
I don't know. I think I asked Tony Kanaa if it would be worse to lose for me or for a pink car of the Alex Lloyd. And he wasn't out.
If you put yourself in Sam Schmidt's position, in his position in life, and it's not something most people think about very much because it's something we all avoid. If you were paralyzed, what would it be? What would life be like?
Well, as soon as I met Sam, I made that question for myself, and I couldn't believe, I thought maybe I would commit suicide or something like that because the impact is so big, but
that's the natural reaction.
Yeah, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? I love racing, I love to, you have a life that you can do anything. And Sam, he was able to show us that he can do that, even with his situation. And it's such an inspiration for me. As soon as I start to talk to him, and
that's the key word, inspiration.
Yeah,
it's someone that overcomes adversity.
And I look at him and what he talks about it, that he still believes that he can find a cure and that he will walk again. It really shocks you, like how he can live this way and how can live happy. He has an amazing family and he does a bunch of stuff. He's always busy, so it's definitely an inspiration.
Have you seen any change in Brazil in terms of accepting? A lot of Brazilians come up to America and they end up racing. They kind of start off in Europe, but they end up here, and it seems like that the Brazilian drivers immediately accept an American that American sort of lifestyle, and it doesn't seem to be that difficult for you guys, as it does some Europeans that I've met.
Yeah, it's different. I think Brazil is more close to America than would be in Europe. I've been in Europe before, and the culture is really different.
Oh, absolutely.
And as soon as I came to America, I loved it. Americans are so nice. They are more welcome people, more warm people, and it was so much easier for me. Even with the team, Sam Schmidt team, it's a great sensation. And every driver that comes to America, they say the same thing.
What is in your future? What are you going to do? What's next? I mean, you've got Healthy Choice now, but you want to have them in the future, and you want to take that next step. What do you plan to do?
Well, our plan, of course, everything changed, but this year it's to get prepared for next year. try to make some tests with the IndyCar car.
And you have some arranged?
Andrea Ribeiro and Robert Clark are working on that, and so I can get some experience this year already. And next year we'll be moved up to IndyCar. And the best of the possibilities would be go to a great team in IndyCar, so I could go right away and fight for some podiums, whatever. But it's going to be tough. I need to do a very good year in Firestone Indy Lights and get really prepared, and we'll see.
Is there anything that we don't know about Bia that we want to know? Because that's the whole point. NASCAR's been very good about developing their personalities and developing so that the fans know who you are. Who is Bia?
Well, this is, I think, we'll realize that with the, like, knowing me more with interviews or going to the track, watching my races. I think Bia is a really, really determined person that wants to go to IndyCar, to a top series. And, but it's a nice person and very polite and, well, I would say...
Are you really that nice and polite?
Yeah.
You're not on the track, though, are you?
Yeah, inside the track is another thing. Nobody can see me inside the helmet, so I won't say that. But yeah, so he's a really determined person that knows what she wants.
Anna Beatriz, I think you're going to be a star. You're a star now. I really do hope to see you in IndyCar next year, and we want to include you on our Women in Racing series. I think that's going to be very important. And we also want to be sure that our fans in South America are able to pick you up, and that you know, you continue to develop that fan base, because that is so important, that the people, the fans that actually can connect with you. And so far, so good. You've done very well.
Yeah, actually we have a Brazilian fans. We have a fan community in Brazil. I think you can access the website. It's biafans.com. And they've been supporting me since 2005. So I hope this can get bigger, and all the Latin America can support us as well. And
well, you make sure that they get video, because they'll get this if that's the case.
Of course, for sure, for sure.
It's fantastic to see you again, and
Thank you very
good
much.
luck in this upcoming race.
Thank you very much.